Alright, so we are going to take a look at programming. We're going to program all these devices in. So I've got my two NACs. I'm not going to show those. Those are pretty simple to do. I'm going to go into here. As my magnet, if I bring it close to this transformer or these wires, it starts vibrating. It's really cool. Alright, so we'll go into SLC family. It's on Hoshiki right now, which would be these line of devices. We're using SK. So we're going to set it to SK instead of Hoshiki, which is SD. Takes a little while. Let's make sure it got it. Yes, it did. Okay, so module, it's going to be pretty much 34 and 33. Yeah, your internal SLC and your internal power supply. Hello, welcome to the channel. I've never seen you here before. Internal power supply is basically your NACs. Internal SLC, internal annunciator. Those are pretty self-explanatory. You don't need to do anything with modules. Now, zones, we've got general alarm, tornado, flood. So then groups, we've got fire NAC, which includes NAC 1. The alert NAC, which is group 2, has NAC 2 in it. Tornado is group 3, which we want this relay on, as well as this module. We want those to report to the same output group, same zone. And then flood, which will be these two right here. And the fire one will include these two as well, failed to mention. And then group 124 and 125 are going to be your onboard panel relays. So you are able to use those. So view group points. It'll show you that. Not super helpful, but we'll go to point, internal SLC, and we're going to add our smoke first. So detector, photo, latching, silenceable, zone 1, no accessory. Let's go ahead and change the name of this. It's going to be area. Whoa, that's not cool. Unfortunately, it's not like the 6700 where it gives you a range. Like 1 will do ABC, 2 does DEF, you know, doesn't allow you to do that. This is an older, well, I say older, slightly older panel. So smoke, hit complete, yes and yes. All right, and we got that as our address 1. So we want to make sure that it is set to address 1, which it is. So if I can ever get the thing to snap back in, there we go. And then basically just latching, silenceable. You can't change this one, the latching part. That's just how they work. You can make it silenceable or non-silenceable. We'll have it silenceable, but duct detectors, you do not want those to be silenceable, because you don't want to silence the panel and then the relay clicks and then the air conditioner starts right back up. So yeah, that's the only sensor that we have. So now we're going to go to our modules. So switch, manual pull, water flow, supervisory, fire drill, silence, reset. You can set any of these to anything that you want, and you could set it to a monitor, and you could have it, you know, mapped as a monitor module, a pull station. It doesn't matter. Now on autocall and simplex, if it's an addressable pull station, it has to be an addressable pull station. You can't just set it to, you know, you can't just set it to a supervisory or a water flow switch. It's not gonna work. So yeah, but we'll set that to pull station, silenceable, zone 1. So we'll do yes. Pull 52 gives you space, and then station. Oh, almost. Pull station. All right. So let's go ahead. We'll go to 2. And for this, we're gonna set it to a manual pull as well, which you can do. You can have this monitor a conventional pull station. That's what people tend to do, save money sometimes, instead of replacing the whole pull station. So we are going to do tornado. Warning. All right, tornado warning. We got and then we're going to go to we'll set that to switch as well. And we are going to do CO. CO. What? Oh, that's why. We're gonna do CO alarm. right, and then we're going to go to our relays next. So I started those on number 6. So the first one, we go past switch, we go to notification. No. I don't know what I just did there. Just scroll through all of them. You can use a zone module, detector module, relay. You got notification modules, aux constant, aux reset, aux door, output point, then relay. Basically kind of the same thing. Aux door, aux reset, output point. So this is going to be in group 1. And then we're going to do fire. Relay. Then we're going to do I need to learn O, man. Tornado. All right, then we got one more. And you know what? I screwed it up, but I will show you how to fix that after we do this last one. This is going to be CO. Hey, I got it right. All right, so how and what did I mess up? Well, this one I messed up because manual pull is going to set it into alarm. Not even so much that, but I didn't set the zone. Same with this one. That needs to be on zone 2. And saving changes. Now, don't just think that you can do this and then be done with it. You still have to send the device list into your dispatching organization, because that's the whole point of addressable systems. They work for you, but you gotta do the work so it can work for them. And once this thing initializes, we shouldn't have any troubles. So SLC initialization. And as soon as it's all initialized, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the smoke and see what exactly happens. So here's our fire tone relay. All right, ready. And this should do something too, because I do have something hooked up to the fire relay. Yep. It's doing pretty good. All right, go ahead and shut that up. Moving in's going pretty smooth. We're having housewarming next Saturday. And I'm just playing with this right now. So now, notice the speaker went off, but this strobe was not flashing. That's exactly what we want. So now, we got this jumper cable. I am going to hit this. I'm not going to do this one. It's just going to do the same thing as the smoke detector. But what I'll go ahead and do, I'll clip one side to this, and then I can just use this side to just touch that. All right. All right, now that's a problem. It activated both knacks, and we don't want that. So, what that means is we're gonna have to change that from manual pull to supervisory, but still keep it mapped with the same zone. So, let's go ahead and go back into the menu. I don't think you'll see me playing Fortnite. There. Pop my thumb. So let's go ahead and go to point. So this one's good. This one I have to change to supervisory. Have it latching but silenceable. The only time you'd want something not silenceable is if it's a water flow switch. That is something you do not want to be able to be silenced, because the fire marshal will ding you on it, and I know from experience. So yeah, CO alarm, you would want that on supervisory anyway. So yeah, anyway. Let's go ahead and look at our zones. Once this is done. So we've got, zone outputs, we've got groups 1 and 125 for manual pull. Now for water flow, it's going to be 1 and 125 as well. Detector, same thing. Auxiliary system 1, auxiliary 2. Pretty much the rest of these, it's going to be the same thing. Supervisory will activate 125 and 124, which will be both of these onboard relays. Yeah. So, yeah. Zone 1 is good. Let's go up to tornado. We want group 2, group 125, and group 3 for the manual pull. Yes, that's exactly what we want. But we also want to go up to supervisory and put it as 2, 3, and 124. And we'll do 125. And the C right here, that's for the cadence, if you want to set the cadence. There's a list of them somewhere, but I know 0 is constant output. I think 1 is single stroke, but yeah. So supervisory will output to groups 2, 3, 124, and 125. Group 2 is the alert knack. Group 3 is the relay for the tornado. So the relay is in group 3. At least it should be. We'll go and check on that. Save our changes. And then this one's still set to flood. So we're going to set it to CO. And then outputs. So yes, group 2 and 4 and 125. And then we're gonna go to, why does it have water flow in here? Oh, because it's flood. Well, it was flood, but it's not anymore. So let's go ahead and X all those out. Save the changes first. So 2, 4, 124, and we're gonna do 125 as well. You can change this to whatever. So save changes. And then let's go ahead and go back to points. And we will go and look at the relays. See, these are all set on group 1, so when I activated it with the smoke, it activated all 3 of the relays, and that's not what we want. So we want to set the fire relay to group 1. That one's good. This one we want to set to group 2, or group 3 actually. No. Okay. Set that to group 3. And then this one, group 4. And I just need to check the group names. Fire knack, alert knack, tornado, flood. Okay, so those are all good. Zones are all good. General alarm, tornado, and CO. Modules are good. All right, there we go. So now this should not activate this, because now I have it mapped with a different group. And unfortunately, this panel, the 5700, is the only one that you cannot plug a computer into to program it. You could do it remotely, but you can't plug it straight in, which I do not like. So right now it's just polling all of these devices. That's why the lights are blinking. Just initializing your SLC. So we already did the smoke. So let's hit our tornado pull station. Tornado warning, and this one is not flashing, see? It's this one that's flashing. And just for fun, I will have it play the tornado warning message.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? A tornado warning has been issued for this area. A tornado warning has been issued for this area. Please proceed to the designated tornado shelter area.
All right. And then reset because it's a latching supervisory. The only relay that I have hooked up right now is this one. They would all have to share the negative as a common, so I didn't feel like doing that. But onward. Now we've got our last module. Right, and we will trigger the event.
Attention, please. The signal tone you have just heard indicates a report of an event in the building. You should await further instructions while the report is being verified. If further action is necessary, you will be instructed to follow floor response plans.
All right, and that's that. You hear that? That little click? It was this relay clicking. So this one activates this. This one activates this. And yeah. And just for the sake of it, we'll test this one too. This one will send it into general alarm. Unfortunately, the alert strobe decided to activate, so that means we've got a little bit of a mapping issue with this, but other than that, it went pretty smooth, so I'll show you how to fix that. All right. So yeah, you cannot have an alert strobe go off with a regular fire strobe for a fire event especially. So we're gonna go to our module 1 and yeah, it's set to zone 1. So go to zone outputs. What in the world? Is it just straight up cross zoning? That makes no sense at all. Why is it doing that? Yeah, that makes no sense at all why it's doing that. I don't know why it would do that. That is the weirdest thing in the world. Properties. No. Don't need to do anything in that. Zone outputs. It should just be 1 and 125. That's it. I don't know why it's activating anything else. We don't need to save any changes, so we're not going to. But let me try this again. They're in sync. Wow. I don't know why it's doing this. Option unavailable, system and alarm. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics of it. I have something to figure out with this because it shouldn't be doing that. It should not be doing that at all. No reason for that. Okay. No, get out of here. So let's go to point, and we need to make sure all of our zones are correct. Yes, yes. All of our groups correct. Yes, yes, yes. So system options, don't need anything in there. View zone points, 1 of 2. Whoops. All right. Let's go ahead and look at tornado. It's just that one. And then we're going to view group points, which is going to be 6 and 1, which is our relay and our pull station. Alert knack. Huh. Well, maybe it's just buggy. There's literally no reason that it should be doing that. So Well, let's try it with the smoke detector, which we know didn't do it the first time. It only activated this strobe. Watch it activate both now. No, it's not. Okay. You heard that click. It's this. I disconnected that over there because it's kind of getting annoying. I had to live with that sound for 5 years in elementary school, paired with these horns. Ugh. So, yeah. Go ahead and reset. So, I mean, the smoke is completely fine. I just need to figure out how to get this zoned and grouped the same way as it. So, we'll go ahead and try one more time. You know, and this is a very real situation that I'm in right here. You know, you're in the field, you know, you just have to figure it out, you know? I had to do this with a duct detector. I had to look through the manual to learn how to do it, what I'm doing now. So, we go to point. So, zone 1. Detector. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it's doing that. Because it really shouldn't. Let's go back to zone. View zone points. So we're gonna have S1, M1. So I really don't get it. I don't get why it's doing this. Zone outputs. And make sure there are none that are set to 2. Okay, so detector is set with 1 here, 125 here. Or that's water flow. Those are set the same. This, it has 1 up here and then 125 below it. So we're gonna set this to 125 and then basically do it the same as the others. I don't know how much of a difference it's really going to make, but we'll see. I managed to disable the DACT on this thing so it does not give me a trouble for phone line or receiver fails, which is exactly what I want. I was planning to write the program in SKSS and then dump it, but 5700 does not allow for that. So, yeah. This module is blinking red. I don't know why. Okay, now it's good. Let's go ahead and hit this. What in the world? Why are you going off? Who told you to go off? Who? Who is telling you to go off? Anyway, we'll go ahead. We'll get this figured out. I will anyway, and then I will make a community post explaining what I had to do to correct this issue. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do if I can figure it out before I fall asleep. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope you learned something. If you want to get in this field, this is a great video for you. You got your SLC out, going to the smoke first, and then to all of these. They're all just daisy chained together. Eventually, I'm going to have some mod rails that are going to actually hold the modules and stuff in here, which is why I have this. This is a really big can. I only paid 70 bucks for it, brand new. None of the knockouts made. So it's very nice. So, yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you real soon.